Hey, here's a quote you might have heard a couple times. It's your network is your net worth. And you think about that and you go, all right, so what does that mean? It means all the people that you can reach out to very quickly and to do business, or the people that you're associated with, that give you opportunity and all these things, without having to spend advertising, and it's just a quick call and you can get something done. That's the value of your network, and that's why it's so valuable to your net worth. It's just that it's wickedly easy to tap, and it's very valuable. Harvey Mackay is a master of networking, the guy that wrote Swim with the Sharks Without Being Eaten Alive. He also, if you can ever find, you can find this book all over the place. The book that's hard to find is this old book that's tiny, out of print, probably one of the best books you can ever have and study and read in your life. It's very short, very skinny. I don't even think you can find it, but if you can, get it and run it, because it's fabulous. It's called The Harvey Mackay Network Builder. And there's some things in here that will help you connect your network. I'm going to show you some things that we use, and I think it's the same thing Harvey uses. I think ours is actually a little quicker and easier, more quickly productive. But connect that network, because what you know about your network, what we've been taught about our network is to look only above the surface, and it's like an iceberg. We're taught to look at this when all the value is down here. Like when we're taught to go to our network, it's like, well, go to people, like we can think of 12 or 15 people that maybe will be buyers of what it is we sell. We go to them and only you're going to get one or two, right? And the others, maybe if you hang around long enough, you get a couple more and that's done. Well, that's so tip of the iceberg thinking when there's so much more. For example, I saw this on BBC the other day, and it's how people are surprisingly connected. It said who's who and who are connected in ways you might have never expected. So there's Kevin Spacey, who's an actor who has a personal connection to Charlotte somebody. And here's the surprise connection to Bill Winters, the CEO of Stanford such bank, who's connected to George Osborne, who's connected to all these, And so you have this exact same pattern going on in your network. You just don't know who these people are. And if you did, you would have some crazy connections that could probably take you financially or wherever you want to go, connection-wise, or for your kids or for people that you know and love, to connect them that you don't even know that are there. What do they say? 8 degrees of separation separates us and everybody else in the world. Well, okay, then don't only go to 12 or 15. Connect the dots. So here's how you do it. Everybody has about 150 people in their network, right? People they invite to a wedding or a funeral. Well, you start there. And so you go to each one of them and go, hey, here's what I'm trying to do. And whether you're selling something, you're just going, hey, you know what? Here's what whether you're selling something or you're going for a cause, or you're raising money for something, or whatever your effort is, you go to everybody in that network, all 150 of them, because all these people are above the water. But it's the same as, let's say, if these were your contacts. Well, you've got all of these people. Now, here's the big difference. If you would go to, let's say, one of these people down here and go, hey, I'm John Eliasson and I've got this to sell, for example, or this opportunity, or I'm looking for money for this cause. The chances of them, when you go in cold, because this is cold, let's say you go right here, right? That's cold. They don't know you from Adam. They're going to say, what? Probably no. And you're going to go, oh, crap. But if you went to Kevin Spacey, right, let's say he's in your network, and said, hey, who do you know? And they send you down to this woman who goes, well, you know what? You should talk to this guy here. And bam! That's where the $1 million deal happened. But if you approach them cold with all the money and all the tea in China, it's hard to ever make it a go. But if you just connect the dots, you don't know. You know that you know that he's here. You don't know that she's here, and you do not know that he's here. But all these people exist in your network. So, for example, like my dad. Let's say if I go to him and I'm selling credit card terminals, right? Or merchant accounts. He's not a business. He'll never become a business that I don't think of. He'll never accept cards. But here's what I did and what I got out of it, in how this went almost like viral, because that's what this is, right? This is what viral is. And so I went to him and said, Dad, you know what, I'm in the Visa MasterCard business. I work with businesses. I go, hey, you've got buddies who own businesses, don't you? And he goes, yeah. And I said, well, some of those buddies of yours that own businesses accept cards at their business, don't you? Don't they? And he goes, well, yeah. And I said, well, do you think that they would give me a listen? And he said, well, of course, I think that they would. And sure enough, most of them did. So, and most of his friends, I mean, a couple of them I know, but I don't know most of them. And so, but what happened is that in the little town where now he lives, you can't very well drive through there without using a credit card, and that being a business that does business with us. I mean, there's a couple of them, of course, but if I'd gone to them cold, they wouldn't know. There's no connection. No. Yes. And then what you want to do is you want to stay connected, because still, even when you're connected, timing's not right, yes, timing not right, yes, time. So a lot of people are still going to say no, and you still, whether they say yes or no, you want to still remain connected. So in our software Connect, what we do is we have a section here called Connections. And so that's where we start assembling, kind of piecing our massive referral network, we call it. So we call it in Rewire, massive referral network, because that's what this is. If you're expanding your net worth or your network, both are the same thing, you want to understand how they're connected, then stay in contact so you can keep in contact. So that this guy, maybe he goes, you know what? He's talking to this person, which you wouldn't ever know in all of time. He goes, you know what? You should really talk to John Eliason, because he has a solution for what you're talking about. And it's like, oh, no kidding. And then all of a sudden, ring, ring, ring. Yeah, hey, this is so-and-so. And it's like, oh, sweet, another deal or a huge deal or some joint venture or something that you would never expected. Your phone rings and people then call you if you stay connected. So you want to load people up. You want to ask them for referrals, basically. Who do you know? We also have a section here called referrals. So sometimes they're connections, sometimes they're business referrals. But you want to, man, you want to make this as, you want to connect everybody in the world. Imagine if you had this massive network that you were staying in contact with that you don't even know is there. Below the surface, it's all there. You probably never have to spend much money in advertising. You can probably accomplish everything in life that you ever want to just by making priority to build your net worth, by filling out, by connecting the things that are the people that are already there in your network. Test it. And if you want, use whatever CRM you want, but this is built to do this. Give it a try. Love to hear how it works. Talk to you soon.